these have been declared either Michigan or National Historic Sites. Most people don't get any, okay? And he's got a ton here in the United States, and he has a ton in Canada, and we just didn't have time to point out and tell you all those different things. I just want us to remind us that black people just don't pop up from nowhere. We come from a strong history, and that goes for architect, and that goes for engineering. We can date back to the first written documentation of an architect and engineer, and that would be Imhotep, an African, okay? And he helped design, well, he didn't help design, he designed the step pyramids in Egypt, and those are the oldest pyramids in Egypt. And then actually, next to it happens to be the first medical school in the world, so that's how I backed into that one too. Okay, but I just want to mention also Elijah McCOY, the real McCoy. You ever heard that statement? Elijah McCoy was a mechanical engineer. He was born in Canada and went to Scotland to study, because again, there was limited opportunities for blacks. He got his degree in mechanical engineering, came back over here. Sounds familiar with Cornelius, couldn't find a job. So he took a job as a person who puts coal into the engine of trains and lubricates the engine to make sure it doesn't freeze up. But he couldn't get a job as a mechanical engineer. But by doing that, he came across 57 different inventions, patents that he provided. And he was like a mentor to Cornelius. And we already mentioned Fredrick Blackburn, who also worked for Michigan Central Railroad with Elijah. Now, when I talk about these black hospitals, the first black hospital that opened in the city of Detroit is Mercy Hospital, and he probably had something to do with Mercy. But the second black hospital, one that we know more about, is Dunbar Memorial Hospital, and that building is not very far from here. It's located at 580 Frederick Street. You can drive by and you can see it. But what you'll see is it's a house. And what Cornelius had to do was just the opposite of what they trained engineers to do. They train engineers to find out how you want to structure the function and then build that form around it, okay? What Cornelius Henderson had to do was he had to take a house and turn it into a hospital, okay? And so we know that he did that for at least 6 or 7 of the earlier hospitals. That's one of those hidden secrets about him. And so he did that for Dunbar, for Parkside. He did it for the Fairfield Sanitarium, for the Samaritan General, St. Auburn General, and for Bethesda.